Welcome back to the Connection program. This is lesson 17, Getting Deep. The more you're able to elicit personal stories from people, the deeper and deeper you'll begin to find your conversations. At first, this may feel a little bit uncomfortable because it forces you to become more vulnerable with people than you're used to being. You may also have a few awkward experiences, but don't worry, this is fine. To relate to someone on a deeper and deeper level, you must first be conscious of your own motivations and emotions to a deep level. One reason you may not have been able to connect with many people until now is because you've been unaware of many of your own motivations and therefore unable to share them and connect them with others. This is why I've developed something called the why game, which is designed to help us become more aware of our motivations and intentions around others. The game is very simple. Ask the question why to an action or thought, and then continue to ask why to every answer, kind of like a little kid does. For example, I feel awkward whenever I talk about my family. Why? Probably because there's something about my family life that I'm not comfortable with. Why? I guess I didn't exactly have the greatest childhood growing up. Why? Because Dad was an asshole and he was never around. Why? Because he cared more about work and making money than us. Why? Maybe he felt awkward showing his emotions around us too, just like me. As you can see, just doing that a few times and within 30 seconds, you reach a pretty deep and personal place. And generally, the more uncomfortable it makes you to get there, the better. And the more uncomfortable it is to share that, the better, because you're going to connect with other people on a very deep and powerful level. So here's another example. I always run out of things to say after 2 minutes whenever I talk to an attractive woman. Why? I don't know. I start to get nervous and freeze up. Why? I suppose I really want to impress her. I want to say the right thing. Why? Because I want her to like me. I want to impress her. Why? Because I really want to feel wanted and desired by women. Why? Because I've never really felt affection from women before. They've always felt very cold and distant. Why? I've never been able to connect with them or get along with them for some reason. Now, what you'll notice is the better you get at this, the more at first you'll feel uncomfortable, but then once you start to become comfortable going down to this deep of a level, and the other person is uncomfortable with it, what you'll do is just the mere fact that you are comfortable operating on that deep level and eliciting that deep of a conversation from the other person or from the woman, and she's not, the fact that you're more confident and comfortable with it is actually a source of generating an attraction. Like, if you can start talking to a woman on such a deep level that she feels like she can talk to you and tell you things that she can't even talk to and think about herself, that is massively attractive. That is a very rare quality in a man that most women never find, or it takes them, they have to date a man for 6 months or a year to get to that point with him. If you're able to get to that point on the first date, it's really, really incredible, the influence and the results that this creates. So the exercise is play the why game, one statement from each of the groups below. Go at least 5 whys deep for each of them. Put thought into all of them. Share at least one thing you're not comfortable sharing here. Don't worry, this place is private and confidential, and only members have access to it.